Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've made it out today over to Two Tree Island for a dawn shoot. Unfortunately, no, the weather predictions were correct. There's a lot of cloud, so I think it's going to completely snuff out any chance of actually a sunrise. But at the end of the day, that's okay. I think there's a lot of interest here. I've done a lot of research about this location, some sort of decaying boats, and hopefully will work out quite well with some foreground interest. But yeah, unfortunately, who knows? The sun may well pop up. I've been on many different shoots now and sort of thought that the actual sunrise wouldn't happen, and then obviously it does. However, today I think I'm more than certain that it's actually not going to happen. But it's about sort of 15-20 minutes away for the actual sunrise, but who knows? If it actually does work, great. If not, it's not going to be a wasted journey, because this is a great location I think I'm going to return to for that actual conditions when it presents itself to be a really good morning shoot. But let's have a look and come along for the journey. So the sunrise hasn't actually happened, and that was to be expected, to be fair. The cloud cover is quite intense this morning, but that's just the way it is. Hopefully, having a bit more of an explore around will come up with some other compositions. But if I don't, it doesn't really matter. It's about finding new locations and thinking, right, okay, when the conditions are right, I can return there and then actually capture that A1 image. But at the end of the day, it's just, like I've said before, being out with a camera is the most important thing. So let's have a look around. So I've just got an image set up here with the camera in portrait orientation, looking out across to one of the decaying boats that's here in the estuary. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware when I obviously came and done my planning that this boat that I did have in mind for a composition is the opposite side of the creek. So I don't really fancy wading across the mud to actually get that image. But however, from this vantage point, it's working out really quite interesting. I've got some of the dead rushes and dead sort of brambles in the foreground, which is leading sort of straight into the actual image of the of obviously the boat. But I'm going for f5.6. ISO 100 and about sort of 1/13 of a second, just so I can obviously balance that exposure, but obviously not create too much detail in the background and also in the foreground. Because unfortunately in the background you've got some of the items of the railway line that's here as well, a couple of the sort of metal boxes that are on some of the gantries of the railway that are kind of popping out a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to clone those out in post-processing. But as an image, working out really quite well. I've spent about sort of 20 minutes, half an hour searching for this image, so yeah, at least with the flat light conditions, without the sunrise as well, at least I'm being able to get something in the bag. So, just got an image set up here, looking out across the estuary at one of the decaying boats that were here. So I finally found it after probably about another 40 minutes of searching around the island. But yeah, hopefully working out to be quite good. Still got the really grey overcast skies, but at the end of the day, that's the conditions that I've got today. So I've got the camera set up here, looking out with the one of the decaying boats in the reeds, sets on the rule of thirds, and obviously then taking the image through there. And hopefully obviously having that detail in the background as well will work out quite well. So I've taken the camera onto f11, ISO 100, and then taking one exposure for the foreground, as that's quite difficult. Sorry, plane's going overhead. So I've got the camera set up on f11, ISO 100, and taking one exposure for the foreground and then one exposure for the sky as well. And then hopefully having those two images in the bag, then I can obviously work it out in post-processing to blend those two images together. So I'll hopefully produce a more balanced image. And as the drizzle now is coming down, I think I'm probably going to have to call it a day. But yeah, it's a good location. I think the weather conditions though are not really showing it off in its true light, really. Excuse the pun. So as I mentioned, the weather conditions aren't fantastic today. However, coming to this location and having the time to explore is really good actually, because it's not far at all from my home. So being able to come back here when the weather conditions are a little bit more favourable, that sort of sunrise is a little bit more guaranteed, then I know where I can actually come, and it will save time next time I'm actually here. And having some of the details, some foreground interest as well, it hopefully will add to the images once the weather conditions are more favourable. However, I hope you've enjoyed watching today's vlog, and if you have, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also comment below as well, as I do enjoy those comments. And a big thank you to everyone that's recently subscribed to my channel. I'm up to about 70 subscribers now, which is absolutely amazing. I'm really sort of getting great feedback from some of you that have commented on my images and commented on my vlogs as well. And please also give me some feedback about my vlogs, because it's not only about the images, it's about the video as well. And if you can give me any tips and hints about how to improve both, because I do need a lot of improvement, then please obviously make sure that you comment below and give me that feedback. There's no negative comments, I feel. It's always positive, because at the end of the day I've got to learn and everyone's got to learn, and that's how you can sort of get that feedback and image hopefully improve as well. So thanks a lot for everyone that's watched, and please consider subscribing as I said. But thanks a lot and take care.